What happens to account balances when an employee leaves their job and doesn't take a distribution of their funds? Hi, I'm Mickey Murphy with Blue Benefits Consulting. Let's talk about lost participants. Regulations say that when someone leaves their job and they have a balance of $5,000 or more, the employer, generally speaking, cannot force them to take a distribution from the retirement plan. In 2024, the dollar amount raises to $7,000. Many people do take their funds as soon as they can and roll the amount into another retirement plan, whether a personal IRA or their next employer's retirement plan. But why would someone choose to leave it in their previous employer's plan if they don't work there any longer? It could be that they've had a good experience with the provider of the plan or the investment advisors, or that they just like the particular assets made available for investments. Or maybe the fees are lower than might be available with an individual IRA. As long as the former employee keeps their contact information current, there usually isn't a problem with that arrangement. What about those people who just forget about it? We see it all the time. People leave a job and either they decide they'll do something about those investments later and just don't, or they don't realize that their employer has been making contributions on their behalf, or they just flat out forget. When the employer doesn't have current contact information, these are the people we call lost participants, and it's the employer's responsibility to do everything they can to find those folks and ensure that their retirement funds get paid to them. The Department of Labor has given guidance on best practices to find lost participants, which includes going through beneficiary forms and emergency contacts on file to look for others who may have contact information. Other recommended search methods include free searches on the internet and commercial search services, which generally can provide the most current addresses available. One of the most common and effective things done is to utilize an automatic rollover service. These are companies who can set up IRAs on behalf of a former employee. After all the steps have been completed to try to find the lost participant, the IRA is set up and the participant account is rolled over to the IRA. The IRA company then will do extensive searches, at least annually, until the funds are claimed. The employer must let their employees know who they use for this service. Sometimes it is written into the summary plan description so the information is available beforehand. What can an employer do to keep the number of lost participants to a minimum and avoid the searches? Best practices include regular reminders to current employees to keep their contact information up to date. When an employee resigns from the position, provide information about taking a distribution from the plan and how to access the website. And most importantly, make sure that the employer has a personal email address and phone number on record before the employee leaves. It is still the employer's responsibility to provide notices about investments and plan provisions to anyone with an account balance, even if the employee no longer works for the business. Finally, employers should follow up with their record keeper to make sure lost participant accounts are cleared up at least once a year with regular searches on bounced mail or email and moving assets out of the plan if possible. This will keep plan costs down and possibly avoid an audit for plans teetering on the edge of audit requirements. The Department of Labor has been tasked with setting up a lost participants lost and found, but it will be a couple of years before that comes about. If we can be of assistance in determining what can be done regarding your plan's lost participants, please contact us at bluebenefitsonline.com. We would be happy to help.